It is Friday night, December 18th. I'm enjoying a lovely beverage. And I choked on it. The NHL and the NHLPA have a tentative deal on a 56-game season starting on January 13th. This is a great sign. And it's up to the wire. Like, it's down to the wire. That makes way more sense. It is December 18th. I'll pull up the calendar, which won't show up for you guys. January 13th is 1, 2, 3, just under 4 weeks away. Because of this, camps would start on January 3rd, I think the date was, for playoff teams. And non-playoff teams, it would start on December 30th. So, for an NHL team that didn't make the bubble last year, December 30th is under 2 weeks away from now, 12 days away, being the 18th, which means if they get on a plane tomorrow, and if they're coming to Canada, so let's say they played for Ottawa or Montreal, and they're coming to Canada, they won't be able to participate till January 2nd. The rest of the NHL will be able to participate on January 3rd. So if, let's say, Canucks players, Calgary players, Edmonton players coming to Canada, they can leave tomorrow on a plane, get here on the 19th, participate in camp on the 3rd, maybe the 4th. I don't know the exact deal. But this was basically the last day they could do anything. And this is all tentative still. Again, it says tentative in big letters right here. It really depends on, at least for Canada, the provincial health authorities. And I'm sure this article will go into, we're on sportsnet.ca right now. NHL and NHLPA have tentative deal on 56-game season. This is all coming from Elliot Friedman and Chris Johnson. Board of Governors are going to have a call either Sunday or Monday. And then the Players Association and the board have to vote to ratify the deal. So ideally, all the players will fly tomorrow or Sunday, get here in time. No exhibition games, just camp. Like they said here, January 13th. Training camp starting December 31st for non-playoff teams. So 12 days from tomorrow. And January 3rd for playoff teams, so about 2 weeks from tomorrow. That's fine for U.S. teams. Canada teams are going to have that 14-day quarantine if players haven't gotten here already, which I think most of them probably are in Canada by now. Proposed division realignment. Does this have the divisions here? This is from December 9th, so I think things have probably changed a bit. But this is sort of the idea for the divisions. We'll go back here. At the conclusion of the 56-game season, top 4 teams in each division. So there's 4 divisions, top 4 teams from each division. Multiply that together, you get 16 teams. Same as a regular playoff, no expanded playoffs this year. Each division will produce a champion for the Stanley Cup semifinals, which is great. So that's the second round. So basically, the quarterfinals, you're going to have divisional rivalries. So let's, again, use the Canadian division as an example. Let's say top 4 teams are Montreal, Calgary, Edmonton, Toronto, for example. Or maybe Montreal, Edmonton, Vancouver, Toronto, because I'm biased. Let's throw Calgary out for fun. Those 4 teams, let's say Edmonton and Vancouver play each other, Toronto and Montreal play each other. Those winners go to the semifinals, then it gets reseeded. I don't know exactly how that works, but you're going to have at least one team from every division in the semifinals. Necessary hurdles are cleared to create an all-Canadian division that would guarantee a Canadian team reaches the Final Four. This is kind of confusing to me because it says Stanley Cup semifinals, not conference finals. Typically, the semifinals are top 8. I don't know if that's just a miscommunication because it goes quarters, semis, conference, finals. So that might just be a miscommunication here. If it is, one team from each division hits the top 4 and makes to the finals, that would be, in my opinion, great. And it would mean less overlap between divisions once we do get to the playoffs. Everyone sort of stay in their divisions until you get to the top 4, which would be good. No proration of salaries, which is interesting. That means that teams are only going to be paid, or no proration means that players get their full salaries, I think. They won't be prorated for 56 out of the 82 games. They'll get their whole 82 game salary, which is good for players. Fine by me. 23-man roster, which is the normal number, but a 4 to 6 player taxi squad. And you have the option to toll contracts of players to opt out of the season. So let's say you have a player who's on the last year of their contract and they opt out. that means their contract doesn't kick in till next year. So that's interesting. Players on one-way deals have their contracts dealt with the same way, whether they're on the NHL, tax squad, or AHL, it's the exact same as normal. And that's really the entire article. The whole idea, again, I'm sort of going really fast here. The whole idea, 56 game season instead of 82. I saw somewhere they want to have the season done by April, or maybe it was May. Regular season done by in May. Playoffs done by mid-July, which is kind of risky because that doesn't give you a lot of time in case something does happen. You need to maybe delay a week somewhere in the middle of the season to get away with that delay and have room for the Olympics, because NBC Sports obviously carries the Olympics. NBC Sports is the national affiliate in the US, so there's going to be some overlap there if that does happen. So I'm very excited. If we get 56 games, that's a big deal. That's going to be great for my mental health. So ideally, games start in, what is that, 4 weeks? 1, 2, 3 weeks plus 5 days. So 26 days from now, when you're watching this, probably 25 days from now, we're going to have NHL hockey, meaningful hockey, only 56 games in the season, so every game's going to matter that much more. I'm fired up. Let's go. Go Canucks. 2021 NHL season looks like it's going to be a go. Again, Canadian division is going to be wonky. The Canadian teams could have to play in the U.S. They might have to have a bubble in Edmonton. All depends on the provincial health authorities. According to one tweet I saw, I think by David Pagnotta, it looks like one province is holding out. I'm guessing it's BC or Manitoba. Could be Ontario, but my guesses are BC or Manitoba. BC's been really tight. That's why the Canadian playoff bubble, or the West playoff bubble, wasn't in Vancouver for last season. It ended up in Edmonton because BC's health authority was all like, no, don't do that. And Manitoba also has a bunch of cases, and I saw on Twitter that some people were speculating it would be them. So either way, 56 game season. Hopefully this all goes well. If you're new to my channel, click Twitter down here. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm drunk. It's Friday. Let's go.